Ever feel like the world is spinning just a little too fast? Like you're constantly running, but never quite catching your breath? Sometimes the most profound answers aren't found in the noise of the city, but in the quiet whispers of a simpler life. Imagine waking up not to an alarm, but to the gentle glow of the sun painting the fields gold. The air is fresh, carrying the scent of damp earth and the sweet song of birds. Here, time doesn't rush. It flows like tea being poured slowly into a handmade cup, each drop a moment to be savored. This isn't a fantasy. It's a reality for many who choose a life connected to nature. Look at the smoke curling from the chimney, a quiet promise of a warm meal, a simple comfort. See the peaceful expression on a face that has seen countless sunrises. It's a look of deep gratitude, not for having much, but for appreciating what truly matters. What if we could bring a piece of this tranquility into our own busy lives? It doesn't mean we all have to move to a village. It starts with a mindset. It's about finding joy in the small things, the warmth of your morning coffee, a moment of silence before the day begins, the beauty of a single ray of sunlight breaking through your window. This connection to the basics, to the earth, reminds us of what we're made of. It grounds us. It teaches us that wealth isn't measured by what you own, but by the peace you feel in your heart. We spend so much time chasing the next big thing that we forget to appreciate the now. But the now is all we truly have. So take a deep breath with me. Let the calmness of this scene wash over you. Remember that even in the middle of chaos, you can create your own small pocket of peace. You can choose to slow down, to notice, and to be grateful. That's a power no one can take from you. Thank you for sharing this quiet moment with me. If this resonated with you, consider subscribing for more journeys into a more mindful way of living. We'd love to have you in our community. Have you ever wondered what the secret to true happiness is? We spend so much of our lives chasing bigger, better, and newer things. A larger house, a faster car, the latest gadgets. But what if the things that truly matter aren't things at all? Look at this. No fancy dining table, no expensive toys, just a family sharing a simple meal on a sun-drenched morning. The world outside might be rushing by, full of noise and ambition, but right here in this quiet moment, there's a richness that money can't buy. Listen to that laughter. It's pure, genuine, and comes from a place of connection, not possession. It's the sound of a child's imagination, sparked by a toy crafted with love, not bought from a store. It's the warmth of a mother's smile, a simple gesture that says everything without a single word. This is the currency of the heart. We often get so caught up in what we lack that we forget to appreciate what we have. We scroll through feeds of curated perfection, feeling a constant pressure to keep up. But true wealth isn't measured by what's in our bank accounts. It's measured by these moments. The shared stories, the gentle touches, the feeling of belonging. This scene isn't about poverty, it's about abundance. An abundance of love, joy, and togetherness. It's a powerful reminder that our lives are built not on grand milestones, but on the collection of small, beautiful moments, just like this one. The soft sunlight on their faces isn't just a cinematic effect. It's a reflection of the inner light that shines when we are truly content. So let's take a breath. Let's look around at the people we love. Maybe the most profound joy is found in stripping away the excess and rediscovering the simple, beautiful core of our existence. What if happiness isn't something we need to find, but something we just need to notice? Thank you so much for sharing this moment with me. If this resonated with you, I do be so grateful if you do like this video and subscribe to the channel for more stories that touch the heart. See you next time. Have you ever felt like you're surrounded by everything, but still feel completely empty? You've got the latest phone, the fastest computer, the biggest screen. You're connected to thousands of people online, but in your own space, you feel a profound sense of loneliness. The city hums outside your window, a million lives intertwining, yet here you are, isolated in a fortress of technology. That blue light from your screen, it's become your sun and your moon. You scroll and scroll through endless feeds of perfect lives, epic adventures, and happy faces. It's a highlight reel of a world that feels a million miles away. And with every swipe, that feeling of being left out, of not being enough, just gets a little heavier. You tell yourself this is what success looks like: the hustle, the grind, the cool gadgets. But when the notifications stop and you're left with just your own reflection in the dark screen, what do you see? A tired face, eyes searching for something real, something that a Wi-Fi signal can't provide. This digital noise, it's supposed to connect us, but sometimes it just amplifies the silence. But what if the answer isn't in another app or a faster processor? What if true connection is waiting just outside that glass wall? It's a scary thought, right? To disconnect, even for a moment. To step away from the curated perfection and into the messy, unpredictable, and beautiful reality of the world. It is about finding the courage to look up from the screen and see the people right in front of you. To trade a virtual like for a real smile, a comment for a genuine conversation. The real world is still out there, full of warmth and authentic moments that can't be captured in a post. Maybe it's time we put down our devices and started living in it. It's not easy, but it's worth it. That first step, that's the hardest part, but it's also the most important. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, consider subscribing for more content that explores what it means to be truly connected. See you in the next one. Have you ever felt like you're in a crowded room, but completely alone? You pull out your phone, scrolling, hoping for a connection, a notification that means something. But when it finally pops up, nothing, just an empty echo in a space that's supposed to be full of friends and followers. It's like you're screaming into the void, and the only thing that comes back is the faint glow of your screen, lighting up a face that feels more and more like a stranger's. This feeling, this digital loneliness, is something so many of us are quietly going through. We're more connected than ever, yet we've never felt more isolated. We collect likes, comments, and shares, thinking they'll fill a void, but they're just pixels. They can't offer a real hug, look you in the eye and say, "I see you," or share a moment of genuine, comfortable silence. It's a paradox of modern life, surrounded by a sea of digital noise, yet adrift in a profound quiet. But here's the thing I want you to remember, and it's incredibly important. This feeling doesn't define you. It's a signal, not a sentence. It is your heart telling you it has time to look up from the screen and reconnect with the world, and most importantly, with yourself. It starts with small steps. Put the phone down for an hour. Go for a walk and just notice the world around you, the color of the sky, the sound of the wind. Call a friend you haven't spoken to in a while, not to text, but to actually hear their voice. These small acts of reconnection are powerful. They remind us that true connection isn't measured in follower counts, but in moments of shared humanity. If you're feeling this way, please know you are not alone in your loneliness. Reach out, talk to someone. True strength is found in vulnerability. Let's start a real conversation, one that matters right here, right now. Thank you so much for watching. If this resonated with you, consider subscribing for more content that dives deep into what it means to be human in this digital age. Take care of yourselves. Have you ever felt like you're running a race with no finish line? Look around. We're constantly plugged in, scrolling through endless feeds, chasing the next notification, the next trend, the next fleeting moment of digital validation. We're more connected than ever, yet somehow we feel more alone. On the one hand, there's this world, a world bathed in the cool blue light of a screen, a world of constant noise, comparison, and the pressure to perform. Our minds are racing, our thumbs are swiping, but our hearts, are they truly engaged? We're surrounded by digital ghosts, fleeting connections that vanish with a single click. It's a world that promises everything, but often leaves us feeling empty, like we're just spectators in our own lives. But what if there's another way? Imagine this: the gentle warmth of the sun on your skin, the simple pleasure of a warm cup of tea, the sound of birds singing, not the ping of a notification. This isn't a fantasy, it's a choice. It's a world where connection is real, not virtual. It's about being present, truly present, in the one and only moment you have right now. It's about finding peace not in the noise of the crowd, but in the quiet whispers of your own soul. This isn't about ditching technology entirely. It's about finding balance. It's about reclaiming your time, your focus, your peace. It is about choosing to look up from the screen and see the world that is waiting for you, full of color, life, and genuine connection. It's about realizing that the most valuable notifications don't come from your phone. They come from the world around you and the people you share it with. What if we chose to put down our phones just for a little while each day? What if we chose to sip our own tea, feel our own sunlight, and listen to the rhythm of our own lives? The choice is ours. Let's choose to live, not just exist. If this message resonated with you, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. We'd love to have you in our community. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Have you ever stood in the middle of a bustling city, surrounded by millions of people, yet felt completely alone? The endless stream of cars, the towering buildings that block out the sun, the constant hum of a world that never sleeps, ... It can be overwhelming, can't it? You look out your window and the city lights flicker back at you like a million distant cold stars. It's a beautiful sight, but sometimes that beauty feels hollow. It's in these moments of quiet observation that the memories start to creep in. Suddenly, you're not just looking at the city. You're seeing through it, back to a different time, a different place. A place where the only lights at night were the moon and the stars, so bright you felt you could reach out and touch them. A place where the loudest sound wasn't a siren, but the gentle chirping of crickets or the rustle of leaves in the wind. Do you remember that? The feeling of damp earth after a rainstorm, the sweet smell of blooming flowers carried on the breeze, the simple joy of watching the sun rise over a quiet, peaceful landscape. Life was slower then. It wasn't about deadlines or climbing the corporate ladder. It was about community. It was about knowing your neighbors by name, sharing meals, and helping each other without a second thought. The laughter was louder, the smiles were warmer, and connections felt deeper. We chased fireflies, not promotions. We built friendships, not just networks. It was a life woven with threads of simplicity, kindness, and a profound connection to the world around us. As we stand here, back in the present, the city lights seem a little different. They're no longer just cold, distant points of light. They represent dreams, ambitions, and the paths we've chosen. But it's important to remember where we came from, to hold on to that piece of peace within our hearts. That village, that simplicity, isn't just a memory. It's a part of who we are. It's a reminder that even in the heart of the concrete jungle, we can still find our own patch of quiet, our own sense of community, our own simple joy. Thank you so much for joining me on this little journey down memory lane. If this resonated with you, please give this video a like and subscribe for more content. I'd love to hear about your own village in the comments below. Until next time, take care. Have you ever felt like you're constantly running, but you're not sure where you're going? Chasing deadlines, notifications, and the next big thing, only to feel more empty than when you started. We're told that success is a bigger house, a faster car, a higher paying job. We climb and climb, but the view from the top often feels ... lonely. What if the happiness we're researching for isn't at the peak of a mountain we were forced to climb, but in the quiet valley we left behind. I once knew a man who had it all, or so it seemed. He had the corner office, the accolades, and a schedule packed from sunrise to sunset, but his eyes held a weariness that his success couldn't hide. He spoke of a constant pressure, a never-ending race against the clock. One day, he just walked away. He traded the city's skyline for a horizon of rolling hills, the blare of sirens for the sound of the wind rustling through the trees. People called him crazy. They said he was throwing his life away. But for the first time in years, he started to truly live. He learned to read the seasons, to find joy in the slow, deliberate work of his hands. He found community not in networking events, but in shared meals with neighbors. He didn't have much, but he had enough. More importantly, he had peace. He discovered that the wealth he'd been chasing couldn't buy the feeling of the morning sun on his face or the genuine laughter shared with a friend. We often think we need to add more to our lives to be happy, but maybe the secret is to subtract. To let go of the noise, the pressure, the endless wanting. To find the profound in the simple. Look around. The real treasures are often the ones we overlook. A quiet moment, a deep breath of fresh air, the beauty of a sunrise. True happiness isn't a destination you arrive at. It's a way of being. It's not out there somewhere waiting to be found. It's right here in the stillness, waiting to be noticed. It lives in simplicity. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey today. If this message resonated with you, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel for more stories like this. See you next time.